Well, petrol heads rejoice as Bengaluru's premier motorsport is all set to begin tomorrow. Nandi Hills will once again be play host to the race to the clouds popularly known as the hill climb. Spread over 3 days, it begins with bikes competing, gradually leading to cars. It's a good way to spend the day and watch stock and modified cars racing up, all for the coveted title of the King of the Hills. Join Newsline there as we will bring you exclusive footage of all that unfolds during the race to the clouds.
Day 2 of the race to the clouds at Nandi Hills saw bikers gather in large numbers. Here's an account of what transpired in the hills. We'll leave you with this report. Thank you for watching. The overcast sky and light drizzle seemed a dampener for the much-awaited racing contest at the Nandi Hills. The race to the clouds hit a dangerous mode as the tracks were wet and slippery. But if you ask the riders, the danger added to the adrenaline rush that kept them going.
We don't need a lot of logistics in terms of equipment and stuff like that. What we would need probably is a better communication system where at about 7 to 8 different points people will be informed about the track, what is happening, bikes or the cars when they leave from the start line and when they come to the finish line, all those things have been monitored. And a lot of in terms of back-end process where we have to take care of a lot of permissions.
From small bikes to loud Yamahas, you name it, you got it. What was quite notable was the focus and passion that these bikers exude. The hills literally came alive when they rode the bike and hit the maximum speed.
An adrenaline to just rush to the top of the hill in the slowest, the fastest possible time. So that's probably the USP of it. Other races like circuit racing, drag racing is much more in a simpler form and much more in a what you call safety measured ones. So as far as hill climb is concerned, it's complete action.
The organizers have decided to give an equal chance to the car races. The race on Thursday will be between cars from all genres. With more than 50 bikes to climb the Nandi Hills, this race certainly was a delightful affair.
Well, the light's fading, the weather's turning colder and imminent rain is approaching, but as you can see behind me, the action is still high, the energy levels are still high at the race to the clouds. This was the day when all bikes participated to win the coveted title, and it looks like Bengaluru will always be the bike city. With camera person Jabbar and Guru Charan, this is Jairam for Newsline, Bengaluru.
This has been going on from past about 10 years, but it had a long break in between and we started again bringing this race back to Nandis. And this is about the last 1.5 kilometers from here with 7 happy bends. It's basically a test of skill rather than speed, because the average will not be more than 50 on the 1.5 kilometer stretch. But the skill taking those hairpins in the short stretches is where your car's been very important there.
Okay, such an event surely draws a crowd, and when there's a crowd there's bound to be some problems. So what are the common problems you generally face?
Most common problem is only at the start line. We have a lot of spectators at the start line. I would suggest they can't see any race at the start line. They should go stand somewhere in between the curves or in between the short stretches where you can see the car carry more speed, and the small kink there on the corner. That would be more thrill to watch rather than the start line. We just give a countdown here. And I feel people coming to see the hill climb race have to go stand somewhere in between rather than standing on the start line and wasting time, or probably see some. There's no action here on the start line. They'll have to go stand somewhere in between, and they could see, if you see now the curve there, you can see about 3 corners easily. So that would be a very nice spot to watch.
Since this is such a popular tourist destination, it's pretty hard to keep a control on the crowd. It's okay if some people don't care about the races or if some want to watch. It's especially dangerous when some people mindlessly run across. Those present could not have enough of taking pictures and trying to catch a glimpse of the cars zooming past. The sounds of the cars were echoing through the hills, all till they crossed the finishing line. The turn of events eventually led to a prize distribution ceremony in a luxury hotel where those invited were treated to cocktails and dinner. Winners proudly walked away with their trophies, with the promoters and organizers being equally proud to give them. There were several categories too, which meant lots of trophies. Proper crowd management would have made the experience more pleasant. Nevertheless, the hill climb is finally over for now. All that was probably there in the minds of those present, except the hotel staff, was bring on the next race to the clouds. With camera person Guru Charan Singh and Jabbar, Jairam for News 9.